Hello, captains. It's me, TONIK TZW, and you're not seeing double today. Don't worry. This is a second game in the p.bagration, because if you've watched the first video, teabag in the p-bag, you'll have known that I made a bit of a mistake in setting up my commander. And so I made a change, and I decided to go into another game. And as the punchline says on this video, mistakes were made. Yeah, the first one is that my intention was to take it out into AI mode and see how much of a difference it made. The mistake that I made is the fact that I took it out into a standard match. And then the other mistake I made when the AI weren't appearing is that, oh, look, no, yeah, I'm in standard, not AI. Oh, crap, what do I do now? That is what was going through my head at this moment in time, but we decided to get on with the job. This game was, we were a little bit, Red Team weighed heavily on the right side of the map. And, you know, I was thinking, well, what can I do? I want to stay alive. I want to see how well this armor piercing works now that I've got better or reduced dispersion on it, now that I've got the commander set up right. And there's also a couple of other p-bags in this game as well. He takes a clattering. But I'm still very rusty in my gameplay, and my ability to pull shots on ships that are maneuvering or angling is not as good as what I would expect it to be of myself. There's also a hell of a lot of cruisers in this game, and there's a lot of shooting going on, and I'm just trying not to get myself deleted. If you look, we've got, 1, 2, 3 ships on this side. There's another p-bag at the back. There's a battleship back there as well. Plus there's the Amalfi. It looks like there's only 1 or 2 of Red Team coming down this way. And we actually have a ship that's AFK in this match as well. Finishes on flat zeros. Apparently he had an internet crash. I did ask him, and he just replied and said, internet crash. We have got a carrier in the game as well. He's the guy. Sorry, I didn't realize that you were there because I wasn't paying attention. As I said, I'm a bit rusty. But yeah, he's dead in the water. Those guns would have made a huge difference to us. And by running into that ship, I've just lost about another 20% of my hit points, which isn't great. As I said, I'm still a little bit rusty. But even though my skills are not what I expect them to be, we're actually going to do one better than the other game, Teabag in the P-bag, because that was a personal best for damage. And then I played this game and went and sent myself another personal best. And they were both learning games, learning experiences, and you know that I don't always just show the great epic games with tons of medals and krakens and things. I do put videos out here where I highlight my mistakes and what I could have done differently. Yeah, what could we have done differently here? Could we have pushed a little bit harder? Well, not necessarily, because we have at least 2/3 of Red Team on this side of the map. There's definitely air battleship out there. There's a lot of cruisers, potential for torpedoes as well. And so we're playing air movement and fire and move and fire, not leaving ourselves completely revealed the whole time. Now, there's Eaton here. I don't know. Is he built for secondaries? Could we have potentially have pushed up this flank with his secondaries, you know, doing a lot of damage to this cruiser? But there's a Bismarck out there, and that would have probably been even Stevens. But the Amalfi here plays a very good game, plays an absolutely solid game, to be honest. Do I spoil it? No, I'm not going to spoil it. But yeah, we land a citadel on him. We are going to be good for citadels. This Megami knows when he's being shot at. I don't know why I put the turn in here, but look, that Megami is turning straight out. We land 2 over penetrations on there. That seems to be the problem with the p.bagration with this commander, is I seem to be getting a lot of overpens. But another citadel and the other cruiser goes out for a devastating strike, and I'm like, well, was that me? Was that not me? That is the Amalfi's torpedoes. Our Zeton is getting absolutely hammered because I think Red Team realised that he is the only risk on this side of the map. Our carrier is basically focusing on 2 ships on the other side of the map, paying no attention to the fact that at least 2/3 of the red team are on this side of the map, and there are ships across there that could probably take care of those 2 guys. Double citadel there on the Amalfi. He's rolling his smoke, but are we going to get another one on? He's angling already again. I'm guessing these guys were regular and very experienced cruiser players, because the second a salvo was fired, guys were turning. Everybody was looking for the shot. So it was very much a challenge for me, because I'm not that much of a cruiser player in here. I've got 3 cruisers dialed in on me at the moment. We've got 1 ship there off to my right. It is the battleship. He's kind of static bow tanking. He's got somebody in his flank, and I was hoping he might dispatch somebody while I'm trying to kite and draw fire from these guys and give him the opportunity to get some reloads in. Asking the carrier for help, yeah, we ain't going to get that anytime soon. I'm just going to let that fire burn. But yeah, P-Bag, Amalfi, Hipper, all focused on me. We lose the Zeton there to their carrier. The only ship the ship that's closest to me here is the guy that had his crashed internet, and this flank is lost, basically. I'm on 60,000 damage. The team's 4 ships down. We're going to be 5 ships down, because basically I'm going to let them see that Hipper instead of me and let them pick up a free kill. Basically save myself from taking some damage by sacrificing the guy who isn't in the game. Sorry, buddy. But here we go. Lexington has pushed forward. Very good carrier player, knows what he's doing. He's pushing forward to support his team. But he has overextended a little bit. I don't think he needed to come that far forward. But there's the Hipper, and as you'll see, they all start focusing on our AFK guy, because that's free damage. They can set themselves, some high scores on that. And to be honest, if you're not in the game, there's no point in protecting you. There's no point in trying to stick with you. And you're just going to go to Davy Jones' locker, I'm afraid. Now, I'm looking at the map, mini-map. We've got a Cleveland there that's in the middle. He's in seemingly a decent position. He's seemingly decent health. He's got a flank fire on the guys that are pushing through. I'm thinking I need to get turned back in again, see if we can get rid of the carrier. And our other cruiser is way, way, way across there on the left side of the map. Probably completely out of range, completely out of action. But I'm just trying to get myself through this gap, which isn't going to happen while I'm stuck to that rock. But at the same time, I want to get some fire on this Lexington, get rid of him as soon as possible, because Red Team are pushing our carrier, who obviously has no idea how the minimap works, because if he'd have seen this push coming, he would have started moving well before now. I gotta love people who play high-tier carriers that do not have a clue on how to move them. This is what happens when Wargaming gives away ships for free. That is ships with a P and not with a T, although you all know very much what I meant. We can't do anything about it, can we? But there we go. Cleveland gets rid of the carrier. I am off the rocks. I've got, 1/3 of my health left, maybe it's a little bit more. I can only get 2 turrets onto this P-bag, but we are going to try and punish him without exposing ourselves too much. We can't get on the hip, but we're going to kill some seagulls there, I think. But double citadel on the P-bag. We're going to go again. We're going to keep the pressure on these guys. Um, Dispersion is a little bit better, but for some reason, I try to put two salvos in with the same lead, and they go in completely different places. Again, we get a tickle. So we start with a double citadel, and then we have two salvos of absolutely nothing. That guy's chipping away at me. I'm going to try and bow into him. He's also spotted by the other two guys. And at this stage of the game, I don't care about kills. I am fighting for survival. Hit points, and now on the red, Hippet is broadside to us. We'll put one send across there. Looks like he's turning in. We'll go again. Double turrets at the front. And yep, we still don't kill him. RNG absolutely screwing us. 5 shells there with one overpen, leaves him with a sliver. We've got no option but to go for a full salvo again. Somehow we pick up a kill and a kill assist at the same time. So I'm guessing that was the P-bag as well. This match is what 11 minutes in, and somehow we've managed to pull it back to a draw so far. 2 ships versus 2. Megami is far healthier than me. I don't know how this Cleveland is doing, but I'm going to do what I can. Here we go. We're going to try and go through his front to start with. I know the Megami has long-range torpedoes. 5 shatters. 5 shatters. He's turning again. He's turning to put torpedoes out. I know that for a fact. You will see me hit my throttle in just a second because he's not firing his guns. I know he's in between reloads, but this long wait between salvos is a torpedo target and send. You're going to see me slow down and watch for these torpedoes at the same time, trying to get my guns onto this Amalfi because unfortunately our other cruiser has just gone out of the game. And as I said, we would bump into this Amalfi a little bit later on, and I don't always just show the good games. 2.5 minutes left in the game. Now, what would Jesus do? What would you do in this situation? Have I got the better guns than the Amalfi? Possibly. What have I had going on in the game? I've got lots of over penetrations. Would I be better at range? Probably yes. And in hindsight, I should have potentially moved away from the guy. But I've had my fun. It's a win it or bin it. He has got more hit points than me. He has got longer range torpedoes than me. He's potentially got a smoke available. And really what I need to do is to find him and kill him if I've got the hope for the win. By the same measure, he's got to do the same. He knows that I'm in between him and the cap. He knows he's got the advantage of hit points. And to be frank, I believe he's going to be firing sap. And that is where I made another mistake in underestimating the power of sap from the Italian cruiser. So he's pretty much broadside. We get a salvo off just before he disappears. But there we go. There's nearly half of what I had left disappeared. He's going to run a smoke, but he's fired his guns. We get another salvo off. We clatter him for his citadel. It's still not enough, and I over-angle away from him and take that hit and go out of the game. Had I turned back into him, I might have been a narrower target, but having just posted a best of 120k plus, that game I pulled just under 135, and this was the kicker there. Over 2,000 base XP on a defeat. That would have been, what, a 3150 pretty much, or at least a 3100 game had I killed him and survived. But all it means is we're going to continue to play for improvement and see what else we can get out of this ship, as well as our other cruisers that fire AP. Looking at you, Plymouth. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Don't forget, smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. You can become a member and support the channel with contributions through the Super Thanks or through PayPal. Link in the description. Everything is very gratefully received. And as always, until next time, take care of yourselves and goodbye.